If anyone knows, in the UK currently we have a fugitive at large who used chemicals to kill somebody. A woman is seriously in hospital, and two children as well. He went and used the chemicals on them, burnt their eyeballs. Same with police officers as well to try to help. He burnt them as well, and burnt his own eye. And now he's on the run. Now, it took an entire day for the media to reveal, which we all knew, he was Muslim. Obviously, they couldn't reveal that because it's too sensitive. But then the fact that he wasn't caught, they were forced to reveal him because in case he gets, if in case it happens again. Now, other fugitives get caught within 12 hours, 13 hours. This guy is still at large after nearly 2 days now. And the reason being, obviously, because he's Muslim and he can go and into his communities and they will protect him and he can put on a hijab, he can wear a thing, go around, no one is going to stop him because it's politically insensitive. And the likelihood of this guy getting away is pretty good. I mean, it's also pretty good that he should be caught, but the fact is nothing's happening because this is what happened. Now, how did this guy get in? You have to ask. How is he running around in the UK? Well, previously rejected 2 asylum applications. He then performed a sex offence and was caught and did that. And then on the third go, even with this prior sex offence, was approved as an asylum seeker. So that is the case of the UK. You just keep applying, and you will get through. What made him get over the bar, even though he was a criminal sex offender? How did he get over it? He converted to Christianity. Now, sort of Braverman, the ex-Home Secretary, actually said she went and met the Bishop of Liverpool, and he said he had converted 400 Muslim asylum seekers, but had never in his entire career ever converted a single British Muslim. What does that tell you, guys? Obviously, it's just a sham. And they do sham marriages, and they do fake conversions, and then they say they're gay when they're not gay, and they've got a whole apparatus around them, all paid for by the taxpayer, by the way, using legal aid, right, and human rights laws, and all this, that is how the Muslim invasion of Britain is working so successfully. They have now built from, a rag shag. They didn't really know what they were doing, each to his own. It is now a well-organized with each mosque, knowing exactly who to contact, having point people, knowing exactly which way to scam and to lie and cheat, and to guaranteed applications will go through, using colleges or bringing spouses over. They know exactly what they're doing more than me. They are well versed. And now it has got to the point where they are literally totally abusing the system left and right. They know every loophole and it's 100% successful now. Before it was maybe, we try, we fail. Now it is 100%. There is nothing that can be done. And unless the UK properly closes, like hard close of all immigration today, well, it's already finished, but it's going to be, as I said, 10 to 15 years totally Muslim. They have the power. Also today, another thing we saw, actually, it was on Friday, Mike Freer, the MP for the most Jewish constituency in the UK, which is Finchley and Golders Green, has said he's not going to stand for the next election after his office was firebombed. He received regular death threats. He has to walk around with a stab vest because these guys are allowed to run rampant. So he is so scared, he is now not going to stand as an MP. And who do you think will? Well, I'll tell you who will and who will win, because the Muslims for the vote have targeted the seat as certain seats that they're going to ask all the Muslims to block vote a certain candidate, even though, remember, they're not a majority in the seat. We're not talking Bradford or Leeds, major Muslim populations. We're talking where they're still a minority, but with a block vote, it will probably, and I think the guy will win whoever they decide. It must be a Labour candidate that they decide. And as I said, I think when Labour get in this time, there's probably 2 more elections, I think, that are needed. And then it will be fully open Muslim Prime Minister, as well as, it'll be, the Labour will be it already is the Muslim party in name only, but it will be really like beyond obvious by then. So yeah, that is the way the UK is going, where we currently have MPs resigning due to Muslim threats, weekly pro-Palestine marches, even though it's banned in France and Germany because they know exactly what these people are, but the UK loves it. Free speech, free speech. That's meant to be for your own citizens, not for basically Muslims who live in Britain and just they don't think they're British and would never fight for Britain in a billion years. That's what you're getting. So you have Muslims living in Britain. That's who they are, protesting on the street. They are not British. I mean, they're officially British citizens, but clearly not. So you have MPs refusing. You have a fugitive on the run who the media refused to go and say who he is because they're too scared. And the number one. The BBC, I think, head of media for Africa, white woman. She was an expert witness in 20 asylum-seeking cases where she said, you've got to accept these guys, even though they were registered sex offenders with 16-year-olds, with 15-year-olds. She backed them up as an expert witness to allow them to stay in the UK. Paid, works at the BBC, paid as an expert witness to allow registered sex offenders to stay in the UK. That is where you are now, guys. And it's not like, oh, it's stopping, this has been revealed. No. This is continuing and will continue and will ramp up. This is just the beginning of what's going to happen, right? Because there's nothing in place to stop them, and nothing will be put in place to stop them, especially as Labour will win the next election, whatever happens in the next election. So there you go. That is the state of the UK. Absolutely shocking. And enabled by whites as well, right? If I show you a video, you would say, all these socialists, they're all white. They're mental. They're mental. If you look at the pro-Palestine thing, they're actually, I would say, 50% white as well. Mental people. So good luck to the UK. Total goner of a country. Total goner. While Holland voted Geert Wilders blatantly anti-Muslim. The second largest party in Germany is the AfD. The number 2 opposition in France is Le Pen, who hates them. And you've got everywhere. The UK, it's open season. No ID, no numbers, no nothing. It's just open season.